All right, and now we move on to Superintendent's report.
Just CSE is not here tonight. Just want to make sure that the community is aware.
Okay.
All right. So I want to begin by expressing my gratitude to both the APT and the district's negotiating teams for their hard work on Monday. They stayed the course for over 14 hours and achieved a tentative agreement. Negotiations are often complicated and difficult processes to navigate. This is especially true this year due to the state's deteriorating economy. Though there are still a few steps that need to be taken to finalize the agreement, the board has to vote on the item, and an AB 1200 has to be developed. The signed TA was certainly good news for our community. Like our students, it is important that each member of our POSD team feels heard and valued. We look forward to bringing this agreement before the board for approval in the coming weeks. This past weekend, I had the privilege of joining PUSD and Alameda County Teacher of the Year, Mr. Kevin Kioy from Amador Valley High School, and the Amador Girls Who Code chapter at their 5th annual Girls Who Code Summit. This amazing group of ladies from Amador Valley High School inspire hundreds of young women to pursue an education in computer science. Mr. Kioy is a testament to the quality of educators that we are blessed every day to have working here in Pleasanton. My mic went off, that's weird. On Tuesday, I had the privilege, instead of what might have happened, to be able to present the, an update to the community during the annual State of the District event that's hosted each year by PPIE. It's always a special time for me as we look back on all that has gone on during the past year. Much of those items are also presented in our annual report. There are copies here in the boardroom if you'd like to have one, and others can be made available if you are not able to be present tonight. But this is what the report looks like. Last night, I was able to join our Spanish-speaking parents for a special event at Valley View Elementary School. Mr. Obi Vasquez spoke to a NPR full of parents, students, and PUSD staff about his path out of the fields in Guatemala to completing his education in the United States, leading to work in several of our top technology companies. Obi now spends his time speaking on leadership and raising money for scholarships. To date, he has raised and distributed over $4 million to students throughout the country. So thank you, Mr. Vasquez, for your work and for exposing the opportunity for additional scholarships to our students and really motivating the parents at Valley View. They did a survey after the event, and you know, when you do events and you ask, was it worth your time? You know, sometimes you get yes, sometimes you get no. And last night it was 100% of the people that were in attendance said that it was valuable and worth their time. And then a second question was asked about whether or not they'd like to hear from this particular speaker again, and 98% said yes. So good job, Mr. Vasquez. And thank you for the encouragement and motivation that you gave in your talk to the parents that night. It really was pretty special. And I've heard lots of speakers, I really have. I've never heard anybody do as good a job at talking in Spanish and English just smoothly, so that everybody in the room could understand what he was saying, even though they might not have understood every word that he spoke. So it was really, really well done, and it was very well appreciated by the community. In addition to his time at Valley View, Obi went to our 3 high schools and met with groups of students to encourage them to pursue higher education and follow their own path towards success. And his step number 1, I'll remember this for a long time. Step number 1, you've just got to keep showing up. I thought that was pretty special, and so did the parents. Tonight we'll continue our budget-related conversations as we present our second interim budget report. As expenditures continue to rise and revenues fall during declining enrollment and anticipated reductions to the state's COLA, we invite our community to remain engaged, ask questions, and join us in finding solutions. Our students are counting on us to do that work together. Next month, I will convene a Superintendent's Budget Advisory Committee to begin deep discussions around priorities and to strategize around how to sustain these important programs that the community has come to value over time. The committee will be representative of our stakeholders, including certificated and classified staff members, parents, students, and community leaders. Specifically, the members of the BAC Budget Advisory Committee will be asked to identify potential areas for reductions, assist in prioritizing and reallocating existing spending, and to consider how we might generate new revenue. The critical work will set a path forward for PUSD for years to come. And finally, I just want to take a moment to express my condolences to the family of Albany Superintendent Frank Wells, who passed away unexpectedly earlier this week. Frank was a colleague who I valued, and I know similar feelings are shared by many other leaders in and beyond Alameda County. My thoughts, our thoughts, are with Frank's family and the entire Albany community during this difficult time. Those are my comments for tonight.
Thank you, Dr. Hagelin.